What's up, Ravens fans? I'm Cassie Calvert, and we are back on Facebook Live. Today, I'm joined by Pat Ricard, who's going to be taking your questions, so go ahead and start commenting them below. All right, we were talking about this a little bit before we started. Pro Bowl voting, the first round of numbers just came out, and you are at the top of the AFC for your position. What does that feel like to know that so many people are voting for you to send you to the Pro Bowl?
It's humbling. I was undrafted coming here, didn't play fullback in college. So just to show, my strides of my rookie year here till now, I think that's just a big tribute to my coaches, my teammates, everyone here just supporting me and just helping me get better. And I think it's also a tribute to just, everybody just, there's so many guys on our team right now who are in first place. So it's just crazy that fans are really showing love to, to the Ravens, and he's got to keep it going.
And it's not just Tucker, it's got offense, defense, all across the board. That's really special.
Yeah.
When you first got here, do you remember what you thought the first time they said, okay, we're going to have you on both sides of the ball, you're going to play fullback? What was your reaction like?
So it wasn't really like that at first. It was more of let's see what you can do on offense. And then it kind of evolved for me playing both ways full time. I think, the coaches saw something in me to want me to try playing fullback and then a little bit of tight end, and I just did well. And then I just started learning more and more, and then it just kind of evolved until all right, you can still play defense and offense, and then it just my third year doing it now. So now that's what everyone's been seeing,
Do you guys give you grief every time you have to switch? We've heard Nick will be he likes offense better.
They both do it. Yeah, both sides do it. Both coaches do it. They just give me crap for going back and forth. And I understand it because when I was in college, as defensive player, you don't like the offensive players, and you don't want them to go back and forth or anything like that. But I think everyone does it in fun. Everyone, they understand, but they have to give me, stuff for it.
Always. All right, we'll take our first fan question, which is a good follow-up. Ismail asked, do you prefer playing offense or defense?
So I get this question a lot. I can't choose because I love them both, and then if I choose one side or the other, my coaches, my players, are gonna be like, oh, okay, you want to play offense, Pat, or you want to play defense, and it's just. I just don't want to deal with it, so I just say either one. I like football, and I like playing for the Ravens.
As long as you're on the field.
Right, that's all that matters.
All right, our next fan question is actually from the Netherlands. We have Boss, who says he's the international flock. How does the angry crown fit you? Kyle Brandt gave that to you this week on Good Morning Football.
It fit nicely. I'm actually posting my picture later today, so you'll see it on my Twitter. But yeah, it's such a cool honor that they're doing, and for Mark Ingram to get it earlier in the year, and then for me to get it, I get the ball here and there. So the fact that I got it, I was like, oh, okay. Wow, they really, thought that of me. It was very cool, and hopefully another Raven gets it soon.
Does your phone blow up when they start talking about you on TV? They did a full breakdown of the play, everything.
Yeah, it's my followers on Instagram and Twitter have definitely gone up a bunch, and it's just people have just been showing a lot of love and support, and I appreciate it. I usually respond to everybody who slides in my DMs and everything, so I'm loving it.
I'm sure the fans love that. Yeah. Priya asked, speaking of your Instagram, can you and Lamar do a restaurant review? Are you going to bring those back?
Yeah, I just haven't been doing it. I've just been really focusing on the year, enjoying my off days, getting my body right. And then on top of it, I've just been doing teammates events on Mondays, our only day off. If I do it, I'm definitely going to have, him on it, Brandon Williams, and probably, Mark Ingram, all those guys are going to be on it if I do it again.
Maybe off-season training camp, something like
that?
Yeah,
that's something I can think of. But right now, I'm just really, focusing on, football.
Yeah. Love that. Speaking of, we have our Monday night game coming up. Bernice asked, how are you preparing for a Monday night game? It's a long wait plus a lot of travel.
Yeah, you just take it like a normal week. We have an extra day off, so I really made sure my body was getting better, just recovery. And it gives us more time to study and to really, dive in the game plan and be detailed. Other than that, we already played in Seattle, so we're already used to West Coast game this year, so I think we're taking the same approach of how we're traveling. Other than that, only the big difference is the turnaround next week because we have a short week. So we don't have an off day. So that's why it's really crucial to make sure our bodies are recovered. So, these weeks coming up, we're ready to go.
Do you have any pregame superstitions in your pregame routine?
I usually just try to do the same things. I go to the same people to get taped. I go to the, same order of how I do things. Other than that, nothing really too serious.
Javo asked, what's your music playlist like before the games?
So I really don't listen to music.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I might, but sometimes I don't. It's usually I just try to get a vibe of the guys in the locker room. They usually have music playing or singing or or whatever. You know how guys they just be singing to themselves, and I kind of just feel off that energy, I guess. I don't really do it too much.
A lot of guys talk about not wanting to peak too early or kind of needing to get their energy level to a certain point. Are you one of those guys who likes to be calm before the game and then peak when the game's starting, or how does that work for you?
I usually get more focused. Like I try not to like think too much or like fool around. But at the same time, you kind of have to be late because you can't be too serious and locked in too much, because then it's like, oh man, you're just in the locker room an hour or 2 hours before the game and you're just freaking out. And that's when you start getting in your head, I think. So I try to find a good balance in it all, really.
Leslie asked, what is the vibe like of that locker room? Just kind of in general, too.
Usually we get in there, it's usually just people are kind of just, just getting in, doing their own routines and stuff. Some guys come really early, some guys come late. Then once like we're starting to put the pads on, that's when guys start like yelling, and you always hear marking room just always hooting and hollering, just getting in. Him doing that, you can tell there's a difference of guys like, oh, okay, all right, it's time to really focus in and start playing. And some guys do that, and some guys like me just feel off that energy.
He's been a fun addition to this locker room, but I think the thing that has stood out to everyone this season has just been how fun this locker room is in general. Like, it can be after practice, on an off day, whatever. You guys are just really having fun together. Yeah,
I mean, I think when you're having a season like we're having, it makes it even more fun. I mean, when you're losing games and guys are coming in and out of the organization, it kind of closes everybody together. But when you're winning games and guys are having fun and making plays together, I think everyone's been making plays. There's not just one guy here and there making plays, it's everybody. And I think that's just kind of how we are right now. We're just such a close, open group about everything.
And it's special because you guys are all able to congratulate each other. Like you said, it's not been just one guy, but you all kind of relish each other's success, which is really special.
Right, I mean, we grind together, we work hard together, we study. And when guys make plays, like Seth Roberts got his first touchdown, Nick Boyle got his first touchdown after this is his 5th year, his first one, and it's just, you just root for those guys because you know how hard they work, and you want to see them have success, and it's just great.
It's special. We had Lamar here last week, and he said Nick Boyle's touchdown was his favorite highlight of the whole season. I think that speaks to the team really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ashton asked, who was your favorite team growing up, and did you have a favorite player?
All right. Don't kill me, guys. I was born and raised in Massachusetts. I went to school in Maine. So, of course, the only team I ever watched growing up was the Patriots. And they were a very good team. They still are a good team. And I wasn't the biggest fan of the Ravens because of the playoff games. They always were so close.
Yes.
And then when I came here, obviously, I don't really care too much about them. But
I think Steelers would be worse. I think if you said Steelers, it's worse. It's close, but... So was the Patriots game this year extra special for you?
Yes, I had 60 people come down for the game.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, that's the only team I grew up watching, and so I already knew all the guys, and it was very surreal for me. And it was even better the way the game went. So.
Were the people in Ravens jerseys or Patriots jerseys?
So I thought they were going to be like 50-50, but it was mostly Ravens stuff. There's a couple had Patriots stuff on, but I mean, it's
There's always going to be one.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple. So.
All right, we'll take one more fan question, and this is a fun one. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oof, that's a tough one. I'd probably say teleporting.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Have you ever seen the movie Jumper? It's kind of an old movie.
Okay.
You can just teleport anywhere in any part of the world and kind of just do it.
History too, or just now?
No, it's not time traveling. It's just I can go to Paris right now or something and come back. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty crazy power.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
All right, any message you want to share with the fans before we sign off?
It's Monday Night Football coming up. It's prime time game. We're only game on TV. We're playing a great team. Just make sure Ravens Flock is in action, cheering for us all over social media, just giving all of us love, and hopefully we come out with a victory.
And keep voting Pat to the Pro Bowl. Thanks, guys. We will see you next week.